Welcome back, everyone, to a new episode of Factorio, where I really like the way you're circling around me right now.
Well, thank you.
So you texted me earlier, and you said I have a topic for tonight,
Yeah,
and
I had a day.
the way you put it, it really makes me think you had a bad day.
It
How
wasn't
was your
great.
day?
I'd say it was not great. Good is not the word I would use in any circumstance for how my day went today.
That's unfortunate.
Would you like story time with Dakota today?
Nah, so I think we were on military sciences
All right, yeah,
next.
let's roll with that.
So,
You don't need to. You don't need to
no,
hear about my day.
what's going on?
All right, well, I work at a desk, and today was like it was normal for the first part of the day. I just had a good amount of work to do, and I kind of was in the zone, right? And I get an email that was like, "Hey, where is your stance on this email I sent last week?" Which is always a good one, right? Where it's like,
Oh, that's great.
and it was like, if you've received this email, it means you were randomly chosen for drug screening. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
I mean, I had to do like a pre-employment drug screening. I don't do, just for the record, I don't do anything that would flag. Like, I don't even eat poppy seed muffins, right? Like, I do nothing that's gonna
Right.
flag any kind of thing. Well, anyway, I had to do one for pre-employment, so I did one like 4 months ago. So I was
Right.
like, oh, I'm an expert at this. I just did it. So I went downstairs and confirmed with my HR that sent that thing. I was like, do I really have to do this? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So you get a sheet, and I don't know if anybody's experienced going to get a drug screen, but you go.
Now, did you actually go to a place?
Yes. Luckily enough, it's like around the corner from where I work. So I didn't have to travel very far to go. I
Convenient.
left a thing of yogurt on my desk because I was like, I'm going to go get this over with and be done with it because I just did it a while back. So you take a piece of paper, you go into this place, and most people there are getting like blood tested for like cholesterol, or they're also getting drug tested, probably because they're like on probation. This one's pretty sketchy.
Gotcha.
Well, anyway, I go in there and I'm like, all right, I got to knock this out. I'm going to go back to work because it's stupid and I'm kind of upset about it. And technically I get paid to go do that. Like, that's an admin thing. Like,
Okay.
I can build that. So I'm like, I'm getting paid to just go sit over here and pee in a cup for a little bit, and then I'm going home. It'll be great. Or back to work, I guess. But
Normal activity.
just a normal
for
day where,
afternoon.
well, I go through to do the first time, and if you can't use the bathroom, they give you 4 minutes, which is a lot of pressure.
That's
It's you have 4 minutes if you
that's
can't
not
finish.
a lot of time.
If you can't get to the line in 4 minutes, you have to wait an hour before they'll let you try again. And you can't leave the building. They'll have your driver's license. So
Right.
the first go around, I couldn't. So I had to go sit in the lobby for an hour, right? So I'm like,
That's
I'm kind of upset about the whole thing. I'm like, man, I probably could have waited a little bit longer. But realistically, this is stupid, and I shouldn't have to do this. I did it a couple, like, not very long ago, right? So I'm like texting Brian about it and like Kim, and I'm like, yeah, this is dumb. I wish I wasn't here. Well, anyway, I'm like, I read Keep Play for a while. I'm on Reddit. You know, I'm just enjoying that I'm at least off of work for a second and technically
Right.
getting hours in.
getting paid to sit there and wait to pee in a cup.
Yeah. So we go for round 2, right? It's been an hour later. I
Yes.
walk into the room, and she's like, are you ready? I'm like, this time I'm really ready. Like, my stomach hurts because I had to go before they were ready for me.
Before that hour was
Yeah.
up.
So really bothers me you missed a spot, but it doesn't actually matter. But anyway, I go in and I do my thing, and I actually like have to go more than the line, so I like, don't pee in the cup anymore. I don't want to overfill the cup. That would be awkward. So I do that, and I'm going, and I notice that the cup is dripping, and I was like, I don't think I missed the cup. So I look at the cup, and the bottom is completely cracked, like terribly cracked, like it's a constant drip. And I was like,
Oh
they
my
handed me a
gosh.
cup that was broken. Like, how did we miss this? This is impossible. So I like try to pull my pants up with one hand, so I'm not just like, like hanging out with everything out. And I'm like, hey, help. So I open the door with like thing's still not zipped all the way or anything. And I'm like, my cup is leaking. And she's like, what? What's wrong with it? And I was like, there's a huge crack on it. And she looks at me very seriously, like, how is there a crack? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't. How was I going to cause a crack? Like, how was I going to cause the crack? And she's like, oh man. And she's looking at the cup for a second, and she dumps it into another cup, and it's about halfway to the line you're supposed to get to. And she's thinking really hard about it, like, oh man, this sucks. And she's like, I don't know how that happened. Hold on, let me go get somebody. And they come in there, and the lady looks at it, and she goes, yeah, it's not quite going to be enough. You're going to have to make them wait another hour.
What?
Because you can't just do another one back to back, because I've left the room and stuff. So I have to wait another hour because the cup was cracked. So now I'm getting paid 2.5 hours because the cup was cracked and I couldn't pee the first time. So I was on an adventure, and that's about when I texted you, because I was like, this is just stupid, and this is a good thing to talk about. Is if you've ever had a lab test, they're really awkward. It makes you feel like a criminal, and
yeah,
it's just weird. I do not enjoy it. I don't think anybody does, but it was not fun. So that was my first adventure for the day. That was a great fun. The drug test. Please pee in a cup.
I thought you were gonna say you dropped it all over yourself or something when it was cracked.
No, I don't even think I got any like on my hand. Like I somehow held the cup where I wasn't having any issues, and I actually had it held like kind of over the toilet because, like I said, I had to pee more than that, so I was peeing over the toilet anyway. So it was like dripping in the toilet. I didn't even spill any. It was kind of miraculous. That was even the first thing the lady said. Actually, it's like, my cup has a leak in it. She goes, "Is it all over the floor?" I was like, no. It's like, oh, okay. What happened?
That would be if I were a person that runs that place. That would be my first question as well.
What kind of message
Am I
you
gonna
make,
have
heathen?
to deal with this?
What did you work on while I was telling that story?
I just added some minors to the coal.
That's right. So yeah, have you ever had to do one of those? Like,
I had to do that for an internship I had. I didn't have to do anything for my current job, which
they don't care.
Nope.
I had to. We had to do that for like, physicals for high school sports. That was one of the things on the list. So that would probably be the last time I did anything like that.
When I did I did sports in school, I had to have a physical, and I didn't know what was going to happen with that. I was a little concerned.
Of course.
You know, you hear stories, and I didn't know what was going to happen. They basically just looked at me and they were like, "Yeah, you're a person, and you passed." There's a little more to it than that.
We have confirmed you are, in fact, alive.
You are a human being that. But yeah, they basically just said, "Yeah, you're good to go." But I had one for the internship I had, and that was in and out. It was frustrating that I had to drive like an hour to get to the place, but
I could see that being frustrating. That, like I said, that was probably the only good part about the whole thing, is that it's like literally next to my place, so it's not a.
Now, did your employer care about all of that time that was spent at this place?
Nobody said anything. I can't throw this grenade for some reason. I don't.
Oh, we have grenades.
Does it have?
We have grenades. That's awesome.
I can hit myself with it. What is?
Well, that's a given.
Am I missing something on the whole throwing grenade things? I've done this like a million times.
What are you doing?
It won't throw it. I'm just like right clicking on the screen. It's not. Sometimes it throws, sometimes it doesn't.
Lag?
Maybe?
Have you tried placing anything yet?
No.
Try placing a line of belt. Placing is fine. Well, then that's weird then.
I'm building some, so maybe it's tripping it? I don't.
You aren't
I threw a
accidentally
cup
going
over.
out of the range, are you?
No, I can like not throw it on top of myself. So
You threw a cup of what?
I threw a
And
couple
I'm
and
a
it
little
worked, but
scared to.
it's random.
Thought you were gonna say something about a cup of pee, but anyway. Um,
I got
just
so
threw a
mad.
cup.
That's when I threw my cup. That's just not a good start to a sentence of in that.
Did I? I didn't. I didn't power the miners. Um, but yeah, that I've never really had any experiences with cups of pee.
When I had to
But it
do
worked.
the pre-screening, I
I don't
actually
know
had
what kind
trouble.
of good experience you could have.
Well, my experience getting tested was really good, actually. After peeing in the cup, they told me how good my pee looked, and also complimented on the size of the cup.
Where's my repair pack?
Can you throw grenades fine?
Ignoring that one. I don't have any. Can you give one to me?
How do I give?
Right click on no, please don't.
Z? What Z?
Yes.
Z drops one.
No problem. I'm also the host, so that doesn't really
Pick up some of these.
mean too much.
Any issues?
Nope.
What is the
Yeah, okay. I hope you wanted me to throw all of them. Repair pack. Just down here for now. What is what?
heck? I don't understand. Sucks, man. I was gonna clear this and start working on it, but I can't do anything. Okay. Whatever. How was your day?
My day was pretty boring. I was
Word.
tired all day long. Did not feel great.
You know, for everything that happened today, I don't think at any point I was dozing off or anything. I was actually pretty like stressed out after that whole experience.
That's
even though it
actually kind
wasn't
of
too much.
that's
going
kind
on.
of surprising considering that you had to sit there for 2 hours.
I was uncomfortable because I like had to pee.
Oh. Not really sure why I'm placing these inserters.
Not really sure why I just built light armor when we can build heavy armor. We don't have any steel, I guess, but
That's not too big of an issue.
there are worse issues, I'm sure. Well, now I have a
I
green.
thought this row was important to put inserters in, apparently. We'll get it all done eventually. It won't matter.
Okay, now I can throw grenades. So
What'd you do?
I don't know. It's stopped glitching out
Let's
for me.
research something. We might as well get the research speed in. What do we want to do next? Because we can do, let's see, military science. That is going to take a little bit of work. But we need coal for grenades for military science, and look what is right here. There is so much coal in this spot. There's like 750,000 coal. Granted, the green science is mostly in the way, but
Yeah. Is that exactly how you want that green science? Is there any improvement you'd like to do on that on some point? I mean, it's
not
not neat. I
really.
guess it won't matter.
It's
enough.
not really neat.
It's probably plenty to get what we need, but
Yeah, that's really messy.
let's I forgot to
What?
set a timer this time too, by the way. So we'll kind of wing it. But let's
Build his iron plate gears. Iron plate
keep working on
transfer.
science. I'm gonna improve a couple things.
I was going to build a belt because that's something we really need.
That's not a bad call.
So, we need gears for this. Well, that's more coal than I thought would be in there. Looks like I need a chest. Well, this is unfortunate. Alright. After throwing my entire inventory on the ground, I think I'm good now. Okay,
All right.
so I don't remember exactly how to do this. So the first thing I want gears produced here. So let's bring gears. Let's bring iron up to, well, okay. Up to here.
Sounded good.
Oh man, we got automated inserters too.
There's a lot of automation things that need to happen in an episode.
We have a lot of work ahead of us.
Of course.
What are
man,
you
it's
working
Factorio.
on?
I was clearing a little bit of the forest around the copper so that we can expand that in a little bit.
Excellent.
Are you actually at a good stopping point? Because we could probably call this one an episode.
Sounds good. All right, next time I'll finish working on this belt system, and you're very close to me, staring right over my shoulder.
Or is it better if
We're getting very close to each other.
we're just touching a little bit? Don't worry about it.
I don't. I'm scared. I'm
Look,
running
man,
away.
it's normal. The next time
Alright.
we'll do things. We'll play the game some more, and we'll continue to tell stories about peeing in cups.
All
About
right.
$1 for every story of peeing in a cup. I'd have like
You
$2.
wouldn't be broke at least. You have another story about peeing in a cup?
I kind of told both of them in one story today.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.